Welcome back to Rasmapsar TV. I'm going to show you Omaha Beach in Normandy, France. Omaha, which is commonly known as Omaha Beach, was a code name or the code name for one of the 5 sections or sectors of the Allied invasion of German-occupied France in the Normandy, which happened on June the 6th, 1944, during the Second World War. So Omaha refers to an 8-kilometer section of the coast of Normandy, France, facing the English Channel, or La Manche in French, from east of Saint-Honorin-de-Perthes to west of Vieuville-sur-Mer on the right bank of the Dove River. And Allied forces needed to land here to connect the British landings to the east at Gold with the American landing to the west at Utah. This way they could provide a continuous lodgment on the Normandy coast of the Bay of the Seine. And taking Omaha Beach and the stronghold of Omaha Beach defended by the Germans, from this side you see where the American soldiers landed. This is the beach where they landed. It was the responsibility of the United States Army troops, supported by sea transport, minesweeping, and a naval bombardment force, provided mainly by the United States Navy and Coast Guard. Also, the British, Canadian, and the Free French navies contributed to the assault. The objective, or so to say, the main goal at Omaha was to make sure that the beachhead could be secured, that was 8 kilometers deep, and with this way they could link the British landings at Gold to the east, and this way they could reach the area to the west to link up with the 7th Corps landing at Utah. Americans who attacked here were 29th Infantry Division, supported with or along with 9 companies of US Army Rangers, redirected from Pont de Hoc, and they attacked the western half of the beach, which you can see here. And the battle-hardened 1st Infantry Division was given the eastern half. On the other side, this side is the American side, which you can see they landed on this area. Now this is a beach. I mean, Normandy is almost also it rains all the time. I mean, sometimes in summer is nice, but even in summer you have rain showers. And if we go here now, you can see here the way they were trying to climb up and under heavy fire by German troops here. Here you can see again the beach. I climbed up the beach and came a bit up to the uprisings of the hills. Now I got into the car and we are driving up to see the German fortifications. In the old channel I went into these fortifications, the bunkers. Now they're all there are wired fences. You cannot get into them directly, but I will show it to you. So the Germans, you see, these holes are not natural. They are the heavy bombings by the American ships. They really kept bombing the strongholds of Germans all the time before landing. This is a factor we should not forget. This is one of the German bunkers. So the German troops here opposed the landings. There were 352nd Infantry Division of the German Wehrmacht, and they had 12,020 men, and 6,800 of them were hardened or experienced combat troops, and they were trained to defend a 53-kilometer front. As you can see, so the Germans fought here. The German strategy here was based on defeating any seaborne assault at the waterline, and the defenses were mainly deployed, as you can see it here, in strong points along the coast. The Allied plan, or Americans mainly, started with initial assault waves of tanks, infantry, and combat engineer forces to reduce the coastal defenses, and this way they wanted to allow larger ships to land in follow-up waves. But their plan did not go as they wanted to. They had difficulties in navigations. They were heavy German resistance and fire, who stopped the advancing American forces. And the Americans were surprised to see that defenses were unexpectedly strong, as you can see here also some of them. And the Germans were capable to inflict heavy casualties on landing US troops. So you see that again, the bombs, the fact of bombings by American ships here, you see the holes. Okay, but again, German defense is also in between. Because all those big holes are caused by by American warships. So under heavy fire, American engineers struggled to clear the beach obstacles. And this all proved a big problem. And by the end of the day, after heavy fighting, 2 small isolated footholds had been won, which were subsequently exploited against weaker defenses in further inland. And this way they could achieve the original D-Day objectives after suffering heavy casualties. And this way they could secure the D-Day objectives over the following days, so not the first day. Of course, as I mentioned, they suffered heavy casualties. Please take a look at these defenses, and this is what the Germans saw back then. Okay, the whole sea were like peppered or filled with American ships, warships, boats, and also Allied forces. And they were fighting from this side, against the Allied forces. You see that they're all now wires and fences and wired fences here, so you cannot get into the bunkers. 2 or 3 years ago, you could get into the bunkers, and back then I made some films, and you can see it again on our old YouTube channel, Razmov Sar. Possibly I'm going to make a new video of them, post it here, but here you see the bunkers. I mean, they're so strong. I mean, you will not believe it. Even today, when you just look at the walls, how they were built, this is so strong. They built. It is unbelievable. So these were where the Wehrmacht and German forces were staying and defending against advancing American and Allied troops. Thank you very much for watching our channel. Please subscribe to our channel, and this will be continued in the second part.